I told y'all from the start. I remember I made a video, I don't know, a couple months ago, whatever. When they signed Anthony Stolarz and they signed Joseph Woll, I don't really know why the Leafs did that, but whatever, we'll get to that in this video. When they did that, I said, your new starting goalie, Maple Leafs, is Anthony Stolarz. And Anthony Stolarz is making Brad Treliving look like an absolute genius. I mean, look at this guy's contract. Look at his contract. He's getting paid $2.5 million. I mean, come on. This is an unbelievable contract, and he's got like over a 920 some odd save percentage. It dropped down to like 916, but he is performing like one of the better goalies in the league. Now, I know you're about to say, well, Anthony Stolarz has had his injury and he's had some knee issues and he's a friggin' giant. But I would, when analyzing a goalie in terms of how reliable they can be, I like to look into their history. Like, at any professional level, has Anthony Stolarz played a decent amount of games? There was one year in the AHL he actually played 47 games, and then one year recently where he played right about 40 games, if you actually look at his hockey DB. That's not bad. That's not bad. I mean, if he can play 40, 45 games, I don't know about you guys, but I would be thrilled with that. Dude, remember, this guy is getting paid $2.5 million. I'm going to tell you straight up, with Austin Matthews not performing very well, and he isn't performing very well, let's be real. He's on pace. I made a video about that and didn't get many views, but, he has not been performing up to snuff. I mean, he's on pace for like 33 goals or 32 goals right now. I don't know. Something around there. He's not performing like he should be. And, that sucks. If we did not have Anthony Stolarz and we had below league average, or even relatively league average or below, we would probably be, we would have like three less wins, I would say. Like Anthony Stolarz playing the Boston Bruins. How many saves would you say were not just normal run-of-the-mill saves, but you looked at them and were like, wow, that was a stop. I mean, my God, that shutout yesterday was unbelievable to the Boston Bruins, the Maple Leafs nemesis. Now, yes, I know it's not a playoff game, and yes, I know the Boston Bruins run the Leafs. I get it. By the way, the Boston Bruins are not like they were used to be. Straight up, they ain't like they used to be. I don't know about you guys, but that team is, here's the thing. When it comes to the Bruins, I will never write this team off until I know that they officially are not going to make the playoffs. Like, period. Like, but they do not look like their normal selves to me. But they got an elite goalie and they're pretty good, pretty well coached. Let's put it that way. So I'm not going to count them out just yet. It's still the Bruins. They deserve respect. So I'll leave it at that. But yes, Anthony Stolarz is everything. Now, in my opinion, this puts a magnifying glass on why did the Leafs sign Joseph Woll to that contract. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm going to look stupid for what I'm saying. When they signed that contract, the whole time I was like, why? Like, why are you... is there really a point to that? Do you really have to do that? Like, why don't you just play out the season? Like, why don't you just... And I guess from their thought process, they were thinking, well, maybe this guy will be an elite starter, or maybe he'll have the season that Anthony Stolarz, and we can lock him up to a really reasonable deal. But here's the problem with that thought process is Joseph Woll has shown absolutely no history of being an elite goalie. An elite goalie consistently, let's put it that way. He's put up pretty decent numbers, but in spurts, and he just simply can't stay healthy. I mean, the guy played one preseason game and was out for like a week or whatever. I mean, there's no history. Signing him to that contract, in my opinion, was silly. You should have went in with him. You should have went in with Stolars, they have a couple of really good young goalies. They have the Russian kid. I can't even remember his name. Tikmov or whatever his name is. I don't know too much about him, but his AHL and KHL stats are really good. And by the way, Russian goalies are the cream of the crop. Let's be clear. Like, they are that good. So they might have something there. They got the Hildebeest. He had a tough game, but hey, whatever. It is what it is. Everybody has a tough game. I would have just let sleeping dogs lie with Joseph Woll. I want to see if this guy can at least play. I mean, you got to play 35, 40, 45 games preferably would be good. You don't have to play 55, 60, but you got to be reliable. And you know what? I will say this, that this goes for Anthony Stolars as well. This is a big thing when it comes to Stolars, that he needs to show that he can be healthy too, but he's already played 9 games already. And God, he just looks so good. He looks big and confident in the net. His lateral movement is excellent. He never overcommits very much. Again, I'm not like a goalie expert by any means, but just watching this guy in net, he's like the anti-Ilya Samsonov. You know what I mean? The anti-Ilya Samsonov in the way that, like, he's just that good, man. And I'm telling you right now, Brad Treliving with that contract is looking like a genius, but he's also looking, this is Brad Treliving. He does like one like really good thing, and then he'll do something where you're like, why do you do that? Like, why didn't you just wait? You know what I mean? Why do you have to re-sign Joseph Woll? So he made one bad goalie contract, in my opinion, and then one good goalie contract in Anthony Stolars. So Brad Treliving is sometimes his own worst enemy, where there's just, I don't know. I guess from his perspective, he would say, well, you have to make a bet at some point when it comes to goaltending, which is actually a pretty fair. I understand you have to make a gamble every once in a while, but I just don't like that Joseph Woll contract straight up. Anyways, I am going to leave the video there. I just want to touch on the Maple Leaf goaltending really quickly. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, I would appreciate that. Have a good one, guys. Peace.